Here we go. Welcome. Hopefully everyone is having a great. Let me just do a sound check. Hopefully everyone's having a great Saturday. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Sounds good.
Hold on a second. Hold on TikTok. Welcome. Hopefully. Okay, the sound looks to be good. I just want to make sure. So we're going to quickly look at what Bitcoin's doing, and I did take a short on Bitcoin. So weekly time frame still oversold, but that doesn't mean that we can't make a lower low. Just because it's oversold and trying to get that bounce doesn't mean it will. I'm open-minded. I actually did close my long trade, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm not seeing enough confirmation or enough follow-through to stay in my short or my long. I did take small profits on that trade and got out in small profits. So weekly time frame is curving up, but again, daily time frame overbought. And I said the weekly would trump the daily, but so far you're not getting follow through on the smaller time frames. 12-hour time frame rolling over, 8-hour time frame rolling over, 6-hour time frame rolling over. Now the 4-hour time frame is overbought. It's trying to make a higher low, but to me this is not a confirmed bottom. Until you confirm that the bottom is your low is currently 90,000. To me, it's not looking great. 2-hour time frame, about to make a lower high. 1-hour time frame, same thing. So it's kind of just in limbo. So maybe I should have been to a short here. But what my idea was that the 15-minute time frame just lost a 200-day moving average. Anytime that happens, you can look for the half hour to do the same thing. Go down to 90,100. Then, if that happens, you can look for the 1 hour to do that. So I entered because the 15 lost at 200, and my take profit is the 1 hour 200-day moving average. Currently sitting at $88,400. So I'm in a small short. Take profit is $88,400. Stop loss is above this last local high. It's like a 1-to-1 R&R. It's not great, but that's a trade I'm in. Because the trend looks kind of sketchy to the downside, I'm like, you know what, let's just take a shot at it. 50-minute time frame is trying to make a higher low. So we'll see what happens. It is the weekend. It's after Thanksgiving, so it's not a great time to trade either. But at the end of the day, this is the trade I took. Maybe it won't work for me, and if that's the case, that means we're going to be fine. But I look at the smaller time frames, and they don't look great. Again, it's the weekend. We'll see what happens. I do want to go look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Right now, that's coming in at 28, still in fear. So again, we're still in fear. Let's go over and look at Bookmap as well. Right now on Bookmap, we still have more liquidity to the downside on the weekly. And then if you look at the daily time frame, we have some more liquidity at 90. We have the most at 93,000 to the upside. So we'll see what happens. It most definitely is kind of sketchy right now, if I'm being completely honest. I appreciate if you guys hit the like and subscribe, or hit the follow button if you guys are watching on TikTok. It does help support the channel. We do have a free Telegram if you guys want to join that, so you get notified every time I post a video, or go live on YouTube like I am right now. I go live on Saturdays and Tuesdays, usually 9 p.m. Central Time. If I ever have to switch that, then that's why the Telegram's there, so I can let you guys know. If you guys have requests for all, let me know as well. But for right now, Bitcoin looks kind of sketch. You know what? It's not the best short by any means, but that's the position I took. I did take a trade to the downside. Again, take profit. It's just like a short-term trade. Take profit 88.4. So I'm not looking to be in this forever. And then maybe if you get to 88.4, we can get a bounce again and then re-long in the weekly. But for right now, until at least the new week starts, it just didn't make sense for me to stay in that long, because if we do lose 88K, I don't want to give everything back that I was made in the trade. So, which wasn't much, but I didn't want to give it all back. So we'll see what happens. But again, I closed my long, opened a very small short position on a small time frame, such as the 15-minute time frame, and maybe I'm in this trade 2 or 3 days at most, or maybe it dumps to 88.4 in an hour. Who knows? I don't see that happening because it's the weekend. But that's the trade I'm in. Short entries now. Take profits $88,400. You can put your stop loss wherever you want, but I put it above the last local high. I won't tell you that price because I think that you can choose your own stop loss. And it's different on different exchanges as well. But that's the trade I took. I took a short on Bitcoin to the downside, and we'll leave it at that. I'm still long on my Bitcoin trading bot. That's unfortunate. That take profit's 95,000. But like short term, I wouldn't be surprised if we go retest the 88K range. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So if that happens, then the whole market's going to bleed. Also, if you guys want to know another position I took a short on Zcash on the weekly time frame. You can see that on the weekly time frame. I entered at 462, so now basically literally back at break even. I entered yesterday, and the weekly time frame is curving down. I would expect it to go back down to the 21-day moving average or this blue line, And my take profit right now is $210. I might move that up to $220 or something, but for right now, that's my take profit. You can choose where your stop loss is at. Thank you for the likes, Ellis. I hope I'm not butchering that name, Elias. So that's the trade I'm in. I'm a small short on Bitcoin, take profit 88.4, and I'm in a not a huge trade, but a longer term trade on Zcash, take profit $209, $210. Stop loss is where you want it to be. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for the rose. They smell so good. I'll have to give it to my girlfriend. I appreciate that. Okay, literally, if you give me a rose, I'll give her a rose. I think that's a fair deal. You know what? I know those roses are like a penny, and real roses are more, but that's what I'll do. I think every rose you give me, I'll give to my girlfriend. I think that's a good idea, like a real one though. Okay, so that's kind of what we got going on. Bitcoin, I see more downside at least to 88.4, and Zcash I see downside probably down to 210. That's another 50% drop. Those are the only two positions. Zcash, I'm okay with being in this trade 1 to 2 months. Bitcoin, this trade, I hope I'm not in this trade more than 2 days. Like if this doesn't hit 88.4 by Monday night, then to me at that point, I probably should be out of the trade anyways. I'm only trading this short because I'm seeing Bitcoin lose a 15-minute 200 right now, and it already lost it at 91K. So unless you reclaim just above 91K, I would say if you reclaim 91.2, then there's no reason to be in the short anymore. Take profit again is $88,400. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. It looks bearish to me. As far as I'm concerned right now, at least for now, that's a lower high. But now you might be trying to make a higher low. So at this point, it's kind of chop. But yeah, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing and why I see the market. The trend's your friend until the end. Right now, the trend on the smaller time frame is to the downside. So I don't see why I shouldn't take that short on Bitcoin. I'm not risking a ton. Kind of am, but we'll see what happens. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know and I'll look at them. I do appreciate it. Yeah. And I appreciate the likes. When we go over to YouTube, and we are live on YouTube as well. We got 2 people watching over on YouTube, so that's better than what it's been. Average view duration is 1 minute 43 seconds. Well, that's better than nothing. So let's go over to Zcash. So this is the position I'm in. I'm basically just at break even right now in Zcash. I've made 12 cents from funding fees, but at the end of the day, I'm short on Zcash. It's not really that big of a short. It's like half a Zcash, I think. Take profit's 210, and my stop loss. Why do I not have a stop loss? That's not good. I just noticed that. I should have a stop loss. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know why I don't have a stop loss. Huh. Okay. That's weird. I'm going to put it above the 4-hour 200 at 518. So I guess I'm telling you my stop loss right now. But I thought I had a stop loss in there and I didn't. So I'm glad I checked. Again, it's not a huge position. I lose $38 or I make $176 on this tiny, tiny account of $200. So yeah, that's kind of what we got going on right now for Bitcoin and Zcash. Both shorts. Bitcoin's a shorter term short and Zcash is probably a swing trade. Check bookmap for Bitcoin. Check bookmap for Bitcoin. Okay, so right now Bitcoin is coming in at 93,000. I'm sorry, we have liquidity up at 93K on the daily, and some more at 94,000. And then on the weekly, you have some at 74,000. So to me, at the end of the day, my take profit is $88,400. That is my take profit. I mean. That's my take profit, but I could see on the higher time frames we go to 74K. I really do want to see Bitcoin hit 95K before we get a major rejection, but that might not happen. It just might not happen. And someone's calling me, and I'm not going to answer because I'm live right now. So they're going to have to wait, and I don't know. I think someone lost something in my car. I don't know. I don't know. Anywho, they'll have to wait. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and we'll look at them. But yeah, Bookmap has more liquidity to the downside on the weekly time frame. It just does not look great. So Yeah, that's kind of my bearish update for Bitcoin. I was so excited saying, "Hey, I think the weekly's gonna bounce," and now I'm not. Now I'm like, well, I was hopeful. So this doesn't look good. It doesn't. 2 day time frame for Bitcoin doesn't look horrible. Daily looks pretty bad. That's a lower high on the daily, and that's almost a confirmed top right now. So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't like what I see on Bitcoin, and to me it looks like I'll say this for Bitcoin. I'll leave it at this, and I'll never change my stance on this. If Bitcoin makes a lower low than the last low at 80,500, then I do believe this is the bear market, 100%. Until that happens, I'm not going to say we're in a bear market just yet. But if you lose 80K and make a lower low than your previous one, and this is just a dead cat bounce, then I have to say that, okay, yeah, we're definitely in a bear market. But if that's a higher low on the weekly, then I can't say that. But if you take out 80K, then I would say that's a lower low and that's a bear market, and then we have to be bearish, and we have to say, okay, now we can maybe expect 40K. I really do want to see Bitcoin get to 95K, one more short-term rally before we roll over, if that's what we do. But I don't know if I'll get that. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of think we will, just for some kind of dead cat bounce of some substance, but we just might not get it. Maybe we already got the dead cat bounce. We'll see. But either way, so I'm short on Bitcoin. That's kind of where I stand. And Zcash short now in the money by a few dollars. Nothing crazy, but if you guys have requests, let me know. Otherwise, with that being said, guys, that's kind of my update. I see more downside for Bitcoin. I'll be back live Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central Time to give you more of an update, and we'll go from there. But for right now, I gotta say, at least for Sunday, I see probably move down to 88K, 88.5. Our next support is 88.3. My take profit's 88.4. So front running that support a little bit to the downside. I see downside action though going into tomorrow. Maybe I'm so wrong. If you take out, if you get above 91.2, then I said, okay, maybe there's a chance that we go up. But for right now, I see downside probably to around the 88K range. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for stopping by. That's my update on Bitcoin. That's my update on Bitcoin. So, 4 hour time frame on SHIB. That's bearish. I mean, not financial advice, but you can take a short here on SHIB because you're below the 4 hour and the daily 200, right? So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you SHIB looks pretty awful actually, and that's just a random coin I stumbled upon. But SHIB, is pretty bad. That's a lower high in the 4 hour. You'll get into a short now. Stop loss 9.2. Take profit. If we go zoom out to the daily, take profit could be this wick low. Usually, whenever you make these crazy wicks, you fail them. So that I'm suggesting that we go back down to 6.7 on Shiba Inu. And your stop loss, again, could be the 4 hour or the daily 200. So either stop loss at 92, take profit at 67. That's not a bad short at all. I might have to humor that short on Shiba Inu. Like we fill that daily wick, and that's the target. Is the bottom of that wick. So if you want to be conservative, say, hey, we go down to 6.8, 6.7, one of the two. But even if you go down to 6.8, that's pretty bad. So I'll be conservative, and I see us going down to 6.8 on Shiba Inu, and that's not a horrible short. Again, stop loss 92. That's not a bad short at all, in my opinion. So that's probably almost 3-1, actually. I might have to take it, especially if Bitcoin and Zcash and all these major altcoins are dumping. I see Shiba Inu continuing to the downside. So Shiba Inu, I'd be surprised if you don't hit that level. Yeah. Weekly is oversold, but I still see that happening. I still see you getting maybe a double bottom there at that level and filling that wick. So that's all I got, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you guys in the next one. The trend's your friend until the end. Right now, the trend is to the downside on Bitcoin, and that's part of the reason I'm short. I'll see you guys in the next one, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe. I'll see you guys then. Be there or be square. Have a good night. Adios. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, yeah, I better remember to end the live stream. Good night.